Good morning, YouTube. I hope you're all doing well. I am at an area of Dartmoor called Dewerstone Wood, which is at Shore Bridge. And if you follow me regularly, you'll know that I came here a few months ago. I think it was probably February, March. Yeah, I think spring was just about on us when I came here last time, and I was so impressed with the place that I determined that I would come back again. So here we are, coming towards the end of the last couple of weeks of May, and I'm back, and it does look excuse me, it does look a lot different. Look, everywhere is so green now. I don't think it was quite this green last time. We have a perfect day for woodland photography in that it's overcast, but there's still some nice soft light coming through. Ideal perfect conditions probably would be mist actually, but yeah, never mind. So the river at the moment's not looking hugely impressive. Let me show you, because it's not rained for so long, there's not a lot of water. There you can see. If you get it much lower, it'll just run dry. So yeah, we could seriously do with some rain. But there's lots of... I'm not going to let that put me off. I'm sure there'll be some photo opportunities somewhere along here. And there's quite a lot of this area that I didn't explore before. So... yeah, fingers crossed. It's nice and early in the morning, so there's not many people here. I've only passed a couple of people so far. Should be good. Right, so my first shot of today in this beautiful location is going to be a shot of the river. There's a really nice little cascade coming down over some rocks there, and I'm using two trees on the river bank to frame up my shot. So let's just show you what that looks like. Okay, so that's my composition right there. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Right, so I'll just tell you what my settings are. So as you can see, I've got 1 1/6 of a second, f/16 and ISO 50. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to check my focus. Yeah, that's absolutely sharp. Nice. So just take that shot, 2-second timer, and there we go. So just a quick tip about that last photograph that I took. If you're photographing fairly quick moving water and you're looking to get that sort of ethereal milky looking effect, before you go putting filters on the front of your lens, always try using your aperture and ISO first to slow down your shutter speed. As you saw there, my shutter speed was just over 1.5 seconds. And what I did is I set my ISO at its lowest level, which on a Canon camera is 50. If you go into the custom settings, you can expand your ISO, and it doesn't just expand it at the top of the range, it means you can lower it as well down to 50. And I used an aperture of f/16, which is probably the smallest aperture that I would want to go before you start getting problems with diffraction, but yeah, f/16 should be good. And so that gives you a really small aperture, you're not letting a lot of light in, you've got your lowest possible ISO, so that means you can slow your shutter speed down, and I managed to get that shot without having to use any filters at all. Right, so I've hiked up this steep path that leads right through the middle of the wood, and as I've got to this part where it curves around and goes way up the hill there, I've looked back down and I really like the way the formation of the trees along the edge of the path, and the way in which the path winds through, and it's got all these it's obviously a cobbled path, so it's I'm thinking it's going to make quite a contrasty sort of interesting look. Anyway, we've got a branch that goes across the top of the frame, and then we've got down towards the bottom of the image, there's a nice twisty tree there, and then we've got nice ferns all the way along the edge of the path, and I think it looks pretty good. So I'm at f11, 1/6 of a second, and I might actually take that up to 1/5 of a second, just underexpose it, maybe even 1/4 of a second. So I want it to look a bit dark and moody. The light's beautiful, it's really soft, subdued. So yeah, ISO 50. Let me just check my focus. Yep, that's spot on. So yeah, 1/4 of a second. There we go. Right, so I made it down to the river's edge without landing on my backside. It was pretty precarious coming down there for somebody with dodgy old legs like mine. Anyway, it's beautiful down here. There is one thing that is spoiling it though. If you look over there, hanging from that tree, there's a swing rope that somebody's put up. So whatever image that I might see down here, I've got to take that into account. Try not to get it in. Or maybe I could clone it out. Maybe that's what I'll need to do, is clone it out. Right. Let's just step back here onto this big boulder here without falling, because it's a bit tricky. There we go. Let's have a look at the scene. Yeah, that's better. I think I might be seeing an image now. It doesn't need to include that rope. Right, I'm going to get set up right here on this rock. And yeah, I'm going to see what this looks like on the back of the camera. Okay, so I've framed up my composition. Now there it is. Actually, that is one of the shots that I've taken. So there's my composition. Absolutely beautiful. So let's just show you what I'm looking at here. So in the foreground here we've got this cascade. We've got a few more cascades in the frame. The top left is this branch coming over, and then on the right we've got these trees sort of along the edge of the bank of the river, and then we've got these boulders in the immediate foreground here. So I am at 2 seconds, f16. I've got a polarizer on just to take the glare off the water and pop the greens a little bit, and that's my shot. So I'll just take that shot again. There you go. Right, I'm going to end the video there. Oh, I'll leave this beautiful place, head back to the car. It's quite a walk. I've not been this far into this wood before, and it just stretches on and on by the looks of it. So I don't think I've reached the end of it by any means. So I may even come back again. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and the images. Please leave comments, like and subscribe so that you can see more, and I'll see you in the next video.